everyone. My name's Judi. I'm with Empower Simcoe EarlyON Child and Family Center here in Barrie. Today is a snowy day in Barrie, and so I think it's a perfect day to make a snowman. Have you made a snowman before? Or maybe a snow woman? Yeah? It's lots of fun. In fact, I think I'm going to make one before I tell you a story today. Look at this. I've got some putty. This is kind of like silly putty. And I'm going to make 3 balls. I'm going to make a big ball and a middle-sized ball and a small ball. Let's sing a song while we roll the balls into a circle. Roly-poly, roly-poly, out, 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 out. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, in, 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 in. Roly-poly, roly-poly, up, 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 up. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, down, 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 down. Look, I have 3 balls. Big ball at the bottom, a middle-sized one in the middle, and a smaller one on the top for the head. Now what do we need? How about eyes? Good idea. I'm going to get tiny little eyes for my tiny little snowman. 1, 2. There. And what else does it need? 2 eyes, a nose. I have a tiny, tiny little carrot nose, just the right size for a tiny little snowman. And a little hat, a little black top hat. And I'm going to put buttons down the front of my snow person. 1, 2, there. How about some arms? Made out of twigs. 1, 2, there. What do you think? Do you like my snowman? How about we keep our eye on this snowman while I tell you a story? This story is based on a book by Ezra Jack Keats. It's one of my favorite stories about snow. It's called The Snowy Day. Once there was a little guy named Peter, and one morning he woke up and he looked outside and there was snow everywhere. In fact, as far as his eyes could see, everything was white. He was so excited. He went running over to his snowsuit and he pulled it on. And he pulled on his hat and his mitts and his boots. And he went outside to play in the snow. First, he made some footprints in the snow. He made footprints like this. Then he made footprints like this. Boop, 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 boop. Then he made footprints with his toes pointed in like this. This was fun. He was making lots of tracks in the snow. Then he found a stick, and this was a great stick, and he made all sorts of patterns and lines in the snow with his stick. And then he went walking a little further, and he saw a big tree, and the tree was covered in snow. He tapped the tree with his stick, and a big pile of snow went boom right on top of his head. Oh, good thing he had a hat on. Then he kept going on his walk, and he saw a really big hill. So he climbed the hill, and he pretended to be a mountain climber. This was fun. Then he saw some big kids, and they were throwing snowballs. Whoa! That looked like fun. but maybe a little bit scary, so he decided he wasn't quite big enough to do that. He kept going on his walk, and he decided, I'm going to make a snowman, just like we did. And so he rolled a snowball, and then he rolled it and rolled it and rolled it in the snow until it got bigger and bigger and bigger until he couldn't even move it. Then he made a second snowball, and then he lifted it up on top of the big snowball. Oh, it was hard work. Then he made one more snowball. This one was a little bit smaller for the head. He put it on top, and then he had his snowman. He was very proud of that snowman. He had made it all by himself. Then he was getting a little bit cold, so he thought, well, I better go home. So he made one more snowball, and then he put it in his pocket, just for playing for later. And away he went home. Now, when he got home, he told his mom all about the fun he'd had while she helped him take off his wet socks. And then she ran him a nice warm bath so he could get cozy. And then he thought all about the fun he'd had, and he couldn't wait till tomorrow so he could play with his neighbor Zeke, and they could play in the snow together. Then, just before bed, he checked his pocket in his snowsuit to look at his snow, but it wasn't there anymore. It had disappeared. In fact, his pocket was soaking wet. Huh. What do you think happened to the snow in his pocket in his warm bedroom? I hear some of you giving me an answer. So then he went to sleep, and he had a dream that all the snow melted, and the next day there was no snow to play with. But when he woke up in the morning, everything was still blanketed with white snow, and there was even more snow falling down. He was so excited, he pulled on his snowsuit and he ran across the hall to call on his friend Zeke. They were going to have a fun day together. I'm so glad it was still snowing for him and he had so much fun. Did you like that story? Yeah, me. Take a look. What happened to our snowman? I think. What do you think happened? I think it's melted. Do you think that's what happened to the snowball in Peter's pocket? Yes, I think so too. I think it melted because it was in the warm house. Snow needs to be outside, doesn't it? I hope you had fun today. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Like and subscribe below.